Hey everyone, welcome back to Generational Gospel, where we bring Bible stories to life so you can see God's power in action.
Today we're talking about the moment Jesus changed the lives of a few fishermen with one incredible miracle, the miraculous catch. So Jesus is teaching by the Sea of Galilee, and the crowd is huge. There are so many people that Jesus steps into Simon Peter's fishing boat.
Simon's probably thinking, sure Jesus, hop in, but Jesus knows exactly what he's doing.
Jesus has Simon push out from the shore so he can teach the crowd. But really, Jesus is setting up something big. After teaching, Jesus turns to Simon and says, "Put out into the deep water and let down your nets for a catch."
And Simon's like, Jesus, we fished all night and caught nothing. He's exhausted, he's frustrated. This command doesn't make any sense.
And this is the first big lesson. Sometimes when things seem impossible, that's when God does amazing things in our lives. God often calls us to do things that don't make sense to us because He wants to show that His power is greater than our limits. Even though Simon doesn't understand why Jesus is asking him to do it, he says, "Because you say so, I will let down the net." So he let the nets down, and boom, fish started flooding in so fast the nets began to break. They yell for backup. Another boat comes over, and both boats get so full of fish they start to sink.
All of that came from Simon's act of obedience to Jesus.
That's our second lesson. God does amazing things in our lives when we trust and obey Him. Even a little faith, coupled with trust and obedience, allows God to do extraordinary things we could never do on our own.
Simon drops to his knees and says, "Lord, go away from me, I'm a sinful man."
But Jesus doesn't push him away. He says, "Don't be afraid. From now on, you'll catch people." Jesus is basically saying, the blessing I just gave you, it's meant to be shared.
That's lesson number 3. God does amazing things in our lives so we can share it with others.
After this massive miracle, Simon, Peter, James, and John don't just celebrate their miraculous catch, they leave everything, their nets, their boats, their business, and they follow Jesus.
And that's our final lesson. God does amazing things in our life to move us closer to Jesus.
These fishermen weren't just catching fish anymore. God's work in their lives gave them the courage to step out of their comfort zones to follow Jesus. Thanks for joining us on Generational Gospel. If this story encouraged you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the good news.
Don't be afraid to cast your net. God might be on the verge of doing something amazing in your life.